Welcome. Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for taking the time tonight to listen and learn and support our friend Georgie as she shares her story of just incredible health and wealth transformation. So we wanted to we're witnessing these incredible stories every day, and we wanted to just get a recording of these stories, because we hear them and then we want to be able to share them with people we know need to hear them too, to get that hope, or to that we know will resonate with someone that we know. So in the hopes that this story and all our stories are reaching the right people that they are meant to reach. We're so honored to have you with us today, Georgie, to share your story. And Kelly, who is, her partner and support and business partner. And it's just, I know they've been doing this journey together. So we'll hear a little bit from Kelly as well.
Yes. So, we usually start just quickly. Allison and I will just briefly share our healing transformation and wealth transformation. And then we'll just pass it over to Georgie to share her journey, because it's really exciting and inspiring as well. So Al, do you want to share quickly?
Yeah, well, this came into my life as a health journey and a gut health journey. I was looking for solutions for my I had a lot of skin issues. I had eczema, tinea versicolor, acne from when I was a teenager in my 20s, and just always thought of myself as someone with really sensitive skin. And then I also had, I didn't know, how everything's connected, but really severe mental health issues, up and down mood swings and depression, anxiety, insomnia, loss of focus. I couldn't keep a job. I suffered with, really debilitating, often like at times crippling mental health issues. I was put on medication so I could function as a mother, and there was no solutions out there. So it wasn't until I discovered this gut repair that I realized everything was connected to the gut, and then shared it with my husband, Jared, who.
Yeah, I'm living proof that gut health and nutrition can make a huge difference. It's lasting, permanent change versus some temporary solution. We go to the root cause. In this case, for me, I had breathing issues, asthma, allergies that I had since birth, and then some extra weight that wasn't serving me anymore. And within 60 days, 90 days, all that was gone. And we decided that this was too important not to share. So we partnered and began the sharing opportunity, which has opened up a lot of opportunity for us as well. Time freedom, location freedom, and food freedom, which is really important. And so, we've just been sharing this gift with many people.
By sharing our story, which is how we were able to make this into a business, just by inspiring people, giving them hope, people that needed to hear our stories. And that's how, this is how the paying it forward, the limitless, sharing of this, how it continues to grow and how it reached Georgie. And that's why she is here tonight to share with us. When Purium came into your life, can you give us a description of where you were at and how this came into your life, and then share how it's changed your life?
Hey, I ended up in the hospital like 3 times last year, like in 2022. And the last time I was in the hospital, the doctor treated me like I was a write-off. I looked so bad. My hair was all bushy and out to here, and my face was all swollen, and I was getting some pancreas problems, and I was in bad shape, and my blood sugars were right out of reach. And it was bad. But he scared me because he wanted to know what code I wanted. He was talking about me dying, and wanted to put me on some kind of, like tell him what kind of code I wanted. And Kelly wasn't there at the time, and we've got it in our will. And I had totally forgot about it being in our will, so I had some brain fog going on in there. But when I got home, that was in November, and when I got home, I said to Kelly, if we don't find something to change our lifestyle, I'm not going to be around much longer. And the system doesn't give a shit really about how old you are, like, because I'm 69 years old. They thought I was a write-off, so that was pretty sad, thinking I worked hard all my life and that's the way I got treated. I felt pretty bad about that. So that kind of spurred me. And then when we saw Heather outside the post office, and she was getting into her car, and I said to Kelly, I don't know what Heather's been doing, but I'm pretty sure it was Heather. She's lost a lot of weight. We should see what she's doing. Maybe it's something that we should be doing. And we followed her home, and the rest is history as far as Purium goes. She came over to our place on that Saturday because she had to go to work right away. And she brought 3 kits over to us, and we bought right away. So, because we were ready, and both of us were really ready. And I've eaten terrible all my life. I was raised in a restaurant, and so I could have pop, and I could have chips, and I could have pies. I could have everything, a lot of kids dream of, but not good for you. Chocolate bars, stuff like that. I could help myself to anything, which wasn't very, positive to my well-being. So, and Kelly came from a similar. She could pretty well eat anything she wanted, and she was a real snacker. I wasn't so much as a snacker, but her bringing the snacks in the house, me being diabetic, I couldn't refuse them. So sweets especially, so my blood sugars were 8.9. My A1C was 8.9, and it's gone down to 7.4. And like, it's a big difference. And I'm no longer on 2,000 milligrams of metformin that I was on for 20 years. And I couldn't, there's no way I could get my blood sugars down. Not with the way I was eating. So I just quit taking my blood sugars. I thought, play the ostrich, put your head in the sand and hope for the best. But it wasn't doing me any good. And so when I found Purium, and I realized that was the way to go, and I really liked the taste. I love the taste of all the products. Like, there's not one product that I don't love. And it's so much, it's so good for you. Because it's all whole foods, it's all organic. It's just the best of everything. And so in November, I went and I had a CAT scan, and my CAT scan showed that my pancreas, my lymph nodes around my pancreas were swollen, and also my liver. I had a very fatty liver in November. But when I got my CAT scan on June the 1st, I no longer had fatty liver, and I no longer had my lymph nodes around my pancreas were no longer swollen. And I felt so much better. Like, there's days I feel like I'm 20 years younger. I can go out and I can climb ladders and fix roofs and stuff that I wasn't able to do before. I was hardly able to crawl up the stairs. And when I got to the top of the stairs, I'd be out of breath because I had a heart attack 3.5 years ago too. And so, that was all, it was major on me. So, but now I'm in good shape, except for this cold. I've got a little bit of a cold now, and but thank goodness I have Purium. I doubled up on my C by Nature and my zinc aid, and it's I'm sure if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be as in good shape as I am right now. So
Wow, that story is so powerful. And hearing you come from a place where the authorities of health were basically writing you off, that is just, it breaks my heart to know how many people go through that system and lose hope because people they look up to as authorities are basically stripping them of their dignity and their hope, and devaluing them as who they are and what they're capable of being in this world. And we know that going through what you did and healing, and as much as you did, you're here for big things. And your purpose is huge. And I know that, well, that leads us, also that our healing journey, not only, it doesn't end there, it becomes something where we get to help other people. And just through healing ourselves, we get to inspire people of what is possible. So that's exactly what we're here to do. And I'm so happy that you have these foods right now in, because in winter, our immune systems are at risk. Like or even it's not winter yet, but as the temperature changes, we could be more vulnerable. And this, at least, yes, we can get cold and we can, we're not completely immortal when we're on this, but we have those tools to help heal us faster, so we recover faster, so that if we do have to go on antibiotics, we can replenish our microbiome, because sometimes antibiotics will take someone out for even a year after. But you have these foods now that you get to be, just at least they're at your fingertips. You don't have to go to the store. And I mean, I know you have Kelly there taking care of you, but for, a lot of us, this is it's our home medicine cabinet. It's our real medicine cabinet. And wow, I'm so
Allison is like, I witnessed her fall through the cracks of the medical system, which is so often the case, where they don't know really what to do with you. Multiple doctors and specialists who aren't talking to each other, just overloading you with medications,
which result to like the liver issues and all these other side effects, and then they give you more medication for all these different side effects. I'm so happy that you're off of those like a lot of those medications now. And I'd love to hear just a really quick from Kelly, her just watching you, what you witnessed in Georgie's transformation.
Well, she pretty much said it all, and it's been night and day, truly, where we started just 8 months ago and where we are now. We decided like in February, that we had planned on never wanting to be off of superfoods. So it's time to start selling superfoods, because we have a story. I had high blood pressure, was addicted to sugar, drank soda pop like crazy, and chips was never meant a chip I didn't like. And it was nothing to sit down and eat a whole bag of chips, like often, and sugar, everything. If I was going to have tea, it was full of sugar, and there's not even sugar in the house, now. And we have come so far. We've learned so much, I mean, nutrition just wasn't on my agenda. It just wasn't. I just was going to eat how I was going to eat and probably die when I was going to die,
She's such a good cook too. She really is.
Yeah, but I've learned to cook healthy stuff and healthy treats and cook smarter, which is, I'm no Tammy Trissel. I love her cooking. But, it's a whole lot better than it was. It's just a whole lot better than it was. And we're doing so much better now. It's just not even comparable.
And there's one other thing I never mentioned too, is my son died in an avalanche in 2010, and I was depressed. I was really depressed for, I didn't realize I was so depressed. And I lost myself in my work. I used to work long hours and work really hard. And that's how I coped. And but when I got on superfoods, it made a real difference in my life. I noticed it in my mental health. And I also noticed my energy levels going up and my vibration going up, because I was a healer for years. I had people come to me since the early 90s for healing, and I wanted to really get back into that, but I'd asked God not to send me anybody until I was healed. And all of a sudden I started to get people wanting to get me to work on them. So I believe that it was all meant to be what it was, and my mental health is so much better. I'm a lot better to deal with, aren't I?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, when we're hard to be with, it's because we're in a lot of pain. And yeah, so as we heal ourselves, we help those around us. And, you know, because as a partner and a member of the community, it's just important that we take that power into our hands. And the fact that you've been in the spiritual healing work for so long, it's like, you know, and you disconnected in a way from your body because of the pain, the trauma, and then the coping of emotional eating and suppression, you know, that's yeah, that's obviously the path of disconnect, you know, and then your son will be he's so proud of you right now. Like, it's just, this is, you know, we think we're doing something for someone we love in a way of harming ourselves, but what he would always want is his mama to be healthy and happy and vibrant. And I'm just so proud of you. And so, yeah, the mental, the spiritual, it's all connected, the physical, mental, spiritual. And now you're able to get your power back to heal people and help the world and use your gifts. So we're all so blessed to have that. We want to talk about sharing and how that has changed your life, sharing this opportunity. If you can give us a little bit about the opportunity aspect.
Well, this was right up my alley. Like this is healing on a global level, you know, because that was my mission, to do that always, you know, and it's, you know, Kelly and I are getting to the age where both of us are retiring, and there's not a whole lot of money in the house because of, you know, we're just on pensions and stuff, and you know, we like our house. We'd like to stay where we live. Well, either that or sell it and travel, but we need money for that. And this helps us. This helps us with our why, you know, big time. And we can do this from anywhere. So we've been looking at selling our house and maybe, you know, traveling more. We've been looking at a lot of things, which we never had any hope to do that before. There was there's no way we could do that. And this has brought that all to, this is, you know, it's a miracle, really, both financially and health-wise. Hey, Kelly?
Absolutely. Well said.
You guys are just doing incredible things out there. I see you sharing it at markets. How is dealing with, you know, sharing it with people and seeing their reaction when they try it? Like, what are the responses you're getting from your customers?
Oh, it's not all that bad. It tastes pretty good. We had 2 people here today that tried the pumpkin spice, and they loved it.
Awesome.
One went home with a bag of it. The other can't really afford it, but we told her to go home and look at her product, and maybe we can trade.
Well,
something she does want. So,
you know, people are going out there to, you know, coffee shops and getting that pumpkin spice. You know, it's hard to resist at this time of year. And when you look at one of those coffees, that's like, you're looking $6 a pop right there. So some people don't even make the equation of even buying, you know, let's say one of those bags that lasts 30 servings or whatever it is like, you know, when we break it down, some people just don't see it as, because it's like one lump sum for your entire month's worth. And versus, you know, that innocent coffee every now and then, which adds up so fast, right?
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, or going out to McDonald's or whatever, or KFC, or
Tim Hortons.
not only is it bad for your health, but it's expensive. Like even A&W, a trip to A&W right now is, for 2 people, is probably $40. Like, that's crazy.
It's not, I know, it's not cheap. You know, people are spending a lot of money with no nutritional value. So they're actually just putting junk that's actually harming them. Whereas ours is so nutrient dense that when we break it down, I mean, we just need actually like a power shake. I always break it down. I say the 2 scoops of power shake is about $2 a power shake, and you're getting 14 organic micro, organic superfoods in there that are like lifting your body up on all these levels and changing your body and healing, giving you an environment to heal your body. Whereas, people are spending money on even just that pop or something at the store, and they don't realize it's more, it's just a transfer, right?
And my hair is, Kelly said the last time she cut my hair, she doesn't even know how to cut it anymore. It's changed so much. And it's just so soft, and there's so much new growth. Like I used to have bald spots, and now I don't have any bald spots.
What are tell us your kind of a day in the life of superfoods. What are your favorite daily superfoods that you're taking?
Well, we always have a mixture. We kind of like variety, but we do the green shake without fail. We do green shake, but we'll add mango to it, ionic elements, white ginseng, some mangoes. Sometimes we'll put dark cherries in it, or sometimes blueberries.
Kamut
blend, rice bran solubles,
daily fiber blend every day.
Yeah. I found I had problems with my bowels forever, ever since I was 18 years old. And I've tried every laxative on the market, every laxative. And, the doctors couldn't figure out why this wouldn't work and that wouldn't work. And it just wouldn't work for me. And I've had surgeries. I've had fissure surgery, and I've had hemorrhoid surgery, and lots of stuff because of my bowels. But ever since I've been on the caramel apple fiber, I've been able to go to the bathroom like regularly. Like Dave says, 3 to 4 times a day. Well, I'm going 3 to 4 times a day. So, and I've never done that. Never.
Wow. That is so important. All health begins in the colon, and all death begins in the colon. So really, if our colon is, or our gut, but our colon particularly, which we just, witnessed, one of the mentors in network marketing just pass away from colon cancer, or at least, she had the stage 4, she actually ended up dying of a complication, but really, like, it is prevalent. It's definitely a topic that hits home for both of us. We dealt with the same thing. And, we normalized it because so many people are struggling with their bowel movements and don't even know what is normal, because we're not educated on that in school, on what our bowel should look like. We're actually taught not to talk about that at all, which is the most important measure of our health. It's the most important indicator of our health. So, wow, we are just locked arms with you to bring that message, especially, just making sure people know they need to be going to the bathroom regularly. Things need to be moving, and that is really should be top of people's priority.
For sure. And it's made a big difference. And we do the dark berry too. We like the dark berry with Epigenius family at night. That's like a Dairy Queen treat, without all the sugar. So it's really, we can treat ourselves like that every day, and it's healthy, which is really, really wonderful.
That's treating our bodies with respect. That's treating our bodies as a temple. We say treats in our society, and that means like junk food. How is that treating your body? That's a scam. Like, no, that is not a treat. This is a treat. And like you said, the taste is so good. So no one is compromising on flavor. In fact, it's our dessert, right? Because if we're having a sweet tooth, we just get to whip up some of these yummy, like that caramel apple fiber, and mix it with, some other yummy stuff. And it's hard to believe that this is not sugar. This is all just, it's from fruit. So it's from the monk fruit, it's from the berries, it's from the sourced all from fruit, which we know is so different than processed sugar. It is like, even for diabetics, we need fruit sugar. And well, you're an example of, you know, that this sugar is, this is the one we should be, that is so good for our body and feeding our cells. And that we're not compromising anything on taste. And like you said, even with Kelly's cooking, that, you know, like she's still making delicious meals, only healthier. And that makes it that, you know, we get to have fun with this lifestyle. Like we get to, how can we take our favorite meal and make it healthier, you know? Like, so I'm sure that you guys have a lot of fun in the kitchen now.
And she uses apothecary puts it in meatloafs, and she uses apothecary in salad dressing, and
Wow.
it's really good. Like, it's really awesome.
That
you
is
know?
so awesome. Yes, I love to
Versatile.
hear.
So it's undeniable that these foods are powerful, and they're unique in that it's the only food you could buy that actually pays you to eat it if you are willing to share what you love about it. And it's a very safe investment. The business itself is free. It's included with the food. And in terms of a space, it's food. It's health food. These two
Recession proof that no, people are always going to need to eat food, and health is always going to be, and it should be always a priority. So,
and and with COVID, we saw a lot of our friends who are in brick and mortar, you know, they lose their businesses, their gyms that they put their life into closed, yoga studios closed, restaurants closed. These aren't really safe pathways in terms of a financial health. So Purium, what it allows you to do is enter the consumables industry without any overhead, without any upfront investments. You don't have to pay an accountant. You don't have to stockpile inventory. There's so many perks to it. And this is how we've shared it and grown to become the leaders in Canada. And we're creating new leaders like Kelly and Georgie and Heather and Pam here.
And Melanie, Jack, everyone Canadian here.
Awesome.
It's a testament that people want this.
Canada's hungry for it, and we're untapped. So this is the time. People are, health is definitely on the forefront since COVID and all of that. Gut health is on the forefront. When I was talking about this 5 years ago, no one knew about gut health. Actually, they thought I was making up. I was like you know, like they didn't even know what I was talking about. And now everyone is coming back to me. Oh, I'm hearing about gut health, and you were talking about this for so long. So we're on the cutting edge right now. And we're, you know, the masses, it hasn't reached the masses yet. And we need to get this into every household in Canada and America and Europe. So
we don't need to get to the point of having these health wake-up calls, these scares. We're in the prevention business. We don't want people to get to a point where they're questioning having surgeries and taking in serious medications. We want to create an alkaline environment so the body can heal itself.
Yeah, and we want to empower people to take their power back, so they're not dependent on a system that wants to give up on, or that makes them feel worthless. So, you know, that is really the mission. It's to empower ourselves. We get paid to heal, which is so cool. Like, that is so cool to me. And it excites me every day. I know it excites all of you, because, you know,
we found the loophole.
We found this is like the best kept secret, but we don't want it to be a secret. We want it to be accessible for everyone, because everyone deserves it. So we are just, hoping that whoever sent, for anyone who sent you this video, they have a gift card for you of 25% off, and they would be more than happy to guide you in how Georgie and Kelly were able to take their health back and have all these incredible life-changing improvements. So any final words?
We love you guys, and thanks for everything.
We're so grateful. We're so grateful for Purium and everybody. We
have a great community.
We have a great
community. We have a great team. We have a great community, and we're really proud of that. You know, we really are. So
and we're proud that we have the best foods in the world. We do.
Yes.
And you know, we don't even have to go out to a store to get them. They'll deliver them right to your door.
And in home compostable packaging too, by the way.
Yeah.
Zero plastic. Pamela, you say hi. Yeah, this is a family, this is a community. We would love to welcome you in because, wow, we have discovered the next level benefits of the healing of just community and someone to believe in you, someone to support you, someone to cheer for you, and to, show as we get success, we get to show other people how they can too. So it's really accessible and approachable. We're not scary, business people. We're just here as, people who have a lot of love to give the world and want to make the world a better place and want to do it with, together, all of us together, because it takes all the different people around the world to, come together to inspire and to make the change that we need to have on this planet. So
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
We're so
Georgie.
grateful for you. We're so grateful, so grateful for Pamela, who shared it with Heather, who shared this with Kelly and Georgie, and here we are all together. So see the support. Thank you, Pamela, and thank you, Heather, for
Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful night.
Thank you. Thank you so
You
much,
too.
everyone. Thank you,
Bye.
Melody, Jack.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.